I've been carrying this story for 2 years. I finally need to say it out loud. It happened almost 2 years ago. I've kept it inside for a very long time, and I feel like I finally need to speak about it. Not for sympathy, but because I want to move forward with my life. At that time, I was living abroad. I had moved there to build a new chapter for myself. Working, learning, growing, trying to create a future I believed in. Everything felt stable until something happened that changed everything. I met someone and moved in very quickly, something completely out of character for me. Around the same time, I suddenly lost my job. The stress built up, and eventually I had a severe mental breakdown. It was the first and only time something like that ever happened to me. I started behaving in ways that didn't feel like me at all. I could tell something was wrong, but I couldn't control it. I called friends from home, packed only a small bag with documents, and left the house. I walked without direction, didn't eat or sleep, sent strange messages, and felt like my mind wasn't my own. A friend let me stay over for a night. The next day I went to a shopping center. I remember buying random things with money someone had given me, and then giving them away to strangers because it felt right in that moment. Later I stayed at another friend's place. I kept having hallucinations, vivid, intense, impossible to separate from reality. I even went live on social media and did things I cannot remember at all. At one point, I believed I was on some kind of mission. I ran out of the house and acted in ways that I would never do in my normal state. I never intended to hurt anyone. I'm not an aggressive person at all. But my mind was completely disconnected from reality. During that episode, I entered a private space because I thought I needed to fix something. Later, I thought someone was in danger inside a vehicle, and I tried to help, which led to damage. The hallucinations were so real to me that I couldn't tell what was happening. Eventually, I was detained, and then taken to a hospital because my condition kept worsening. I had injured my leg, I was confused, scared, and disconnected from reality. I spent about 3 weeks in the hospital without understanding where I was or what was going on. I didn't even know what country I was in. I was hallucinating, terrified, and restrained because I didn't understand my surroundings. I later learned that legal procedures were happening in the background while I was hospitalized. When I regained some awareness, the nurses gave me a phone so I could join some of those hearings. When I was finally discharged, I was extremely thin, unstable, and cried constantly. I discovered that my mother had flown across the world to find me. She left a note saying she was close and would help me with everything. I couldn't stop crying. She eventually took me home because I wasn't able to understand the situation or the consequences yet. And even now, after almost 2 years, some things from that time are still unresolved. They weren't actions I consciously chose. They were the result of a severe mental health crisis. Since then, I've gone through medication side effects, weight changes, depression, and a long recovery. But today I'm stable again. I'm working, rebuilding, helping people, and focusing on meaningful projects. I'm trying to live a life that contributes something good to this world. But this unfinished chapter from the past still follows me. Part of me wants to go back and resolve everything once and for all, to clear my name, to explain that what happened was a medical emergency, not my character. Another part of me is terrified of facing it. I don't know what the right decision is. I just know that I want to move forward. I want to live without fear. I want to be free to travel, grow, and contribute without this weight on me. I want to prove to myself that I survived something terrifying and that I can rebuild my life. If anyone has gone through something similar, or has advice, or even just some words, I would truly appreciate it.